I got some responses about my hospital ER bill saga that's going on. And a few people said, you just pay what you can pay, send them what you can send. They can't put in collections. I've done that. And first, let me say, I'm not here to say what's right and what's wrong, what's legal, what's not legal. I'm only speaking from personal experience because, unfortunately, this is not our first ER bill rodeo. I have dealt with things with my mom and my dad, my son when he was in NICU, my daughter when she had to go to the ER because she hit her head, and now myself. And we've had a lot of experience with medical bills going into collections because we were unaware of legal matters and whatnot. So everything I'm saying is from our experience. And also we had conferred with legal representation and things like that. So again, this is what we've gone through, what we've been told, what we've experienced. Now, years ago when my dad would frequent the hospital and then my mom was in the hospital for a while, I'm talking 2010 and back, and then when my dad was in the hospital in 2016, they would get a hospital bill after share of cost or Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it is they had at the time. And you could just call and say, hey, I know I got, a $5,000 hospital bill, but I can send you $5, $10 a month. And they would go, fine, okay. And you can mail it in. This was before the days of like online portals and apps. You mailed in your payment or you called it in with a credit card. And they said you could dictate what you could afford, and they just took what you gave. But legally, they can still put it to collections. If you are not paying them the minimum payment that the hospital requires, they don't have to accept your $5, or they can accept it for 2 years and then suddenly shove it into collections. It is all legal and allowed. They can turn down your $5 or they can accept it and put it into collections. Does that happen to everyone? No. Things slip through the cracks. The audits aren't super hard on certain hospitals, but we have experienced where for a year, $10 was accepted a month, and then suddenly we're getting a notice it's in collections because the payments were not what the hospital wanted, even though they said, sure, send us 10. It's not like a legally binding contract or anything. So a lot of people can go on and just send in $5, $10, $1, skip a month, whatever it is, and it's fine. There's no repercussions. Unfortunately, we were the individuals who did experience the repercussions. And then over time, a lot of hospitals do not accept you to mail in your payments. For example, right currently, the ER doctors and the pathology bills I received, I could mail in payments. My ER bill does not allow mail-in payments. You have to pay from the online app or website portal. And what makes it more interesting is I can't sit down and go, hey, they want this much from me a month. No, I'm going to do this. There's no way to select how much you want to pay. Everything is predetermined and you select the little circle and that's it. There's no type in your amount. So if I choose pay in full, I choose pay in full. Or if I choose pay now, pay the rest in 90 days, I select that option and it automatically halves it for me. If I select 6 months, it has the predetermined amount for the 6 months. If I select 12 months, 24 months, it's all predetermined. I don't type anything in. And if I don't select any of those options, it doesn't let me do anything else. It doesn't let me progress in a payment. There is no select your own amount. And then I had people message me, say, I have never paid a hospital bill in 10, 15, 5 years, and nothing's ever happened. And again, that is an individual circumstance. It's not universal. And I have known people who did not pay a hospital bill unknowingly, and they were sued, unfortunately. And then you have people who did knowingly not pay, and the legal letters began coming in. So again, you have to use your own discretion, and just because one individual successfully has gone unscathed for a decade or more doesn't mean that's how it is for everyone. So just based upon what we have gone through and what we are able to do, we can't even say, hey, you're just going to get $20 from me and call it a day. These are our options, are the options that are being presented by the ER hospital. And I know the other option is just not to pay it, and that's just not what we're going to do personally. Some people say, you know, medical debt holds little to no weight on your credit score, and it honestly just depends upon what reason your credit score is needed, you know, depending upon the loan, a job, a cell phone. For example, when we got our mortgage through our personal bank, our first house, they didn't weigh medical debt. But the second place we went to, which was not through a bank, it was a financial institution, did weigh medical debt. So to say it doesn't affect your credit score, it all depends upon how much weight you hold your credit score with, you know, how important it is to you and for what your credit score is being pulled for. It's a shame these conversations have to happen at all, you know, and honestly, my husband can vouch. When he was saying, I'm taking you to the ER, I said no, because we can't afford it. How are we going to pay these bills? It wasn't my health. It wasn't that I ended up having a, you know, potentially deadly infection untreated, you know. None of that crossed my mind. It was not being able to afford the ER, and that's why so many people forego healthcare, be it just the simple doctor, preventative checkup, ER because they have an emergency going on with their health. This is why. And yeah. So I just thought I'd share our personal, you know, experience. When my son was in NICU, we had a bill go into collections, and we received it a year and a half later. And we had to fight to get it out of collections to prove we never received the bill. And, you know, my parents attempted the small payments, and it backfired on them too. So I don't know, maybe Florida's just a stickler. Maybe it's the county. I really don't know. But we have had things backfire when we try to call the shots on our own medical bill payments. So yeah. All right. Thank you for y'all's feedback. This is just a hard topic, huh? All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.